It's a question I used to fantasize about, imagining how freeing it would be to have endless hours to pursue my passions, to wake up with no deadlines, no pressure. 4 years ago, I took a giant leap of faith. I left my stable job thinking I would finally have that freedom. I thought I'd feel energized, ready to jump into all the things I've always wanted to do, but never had time for. But the reality was very different. Instead of feeling free, I felt lost, adrift, with nothing but time and no idea how to feel it. It sounds strange, but having all the time in the world can feel like a burden when you don't have structure. And that was especially true during the first year when we were all stuck at home in lockdown. Days blurred into each other, and I woke up each morning with no clear purpose. I learned something unexpected. What I really needed was routine. I used to not enjoy my routine when I was working at a traditional job. I thought that structure limits me, and I longed to have complete freedom with my time. But what I didn't know at that time was that freedom without direction can feel aimless and empty, especially when you're unsure of what your true passions are or what you really want to do with your time. So I set out to create a new routine that gives me structure and that lets me explore, and most importantly, one that I truly enjoy. These days, my routine revolves around making the most of my time. And it goes like this. Even though I no longer work at a traditional job, I rarely sleep in. Instead, I'm up by 7:30 in the morning, no matter what time I go to bed the night before. Usually, I'll prepare for my 9 a.m. schedule. I then get ready to leave the house by 8:30, latest 8:45. Every weekday morning at 9 a.m., I go to the gym, and that routine has become my anchor. At first, it was just about getting out of the house, but that 1 hour at the gym each day became so much more. It gave me something I hadn't felt in a long time, which is accomplishment. For that 1 hour, I am fully present. It's just me, my body, and the effort I put in. When I lift that weight or push through that last set, it's a physical reminder that I am capable, that I can push past my limits. There's no ambiguity. Either I show up and put in the work, or I don't. And then it's coffee after with my gym buddies. I believe it's so important to have friends or a support system at a gym that hold us accountable and keep us motivated to show up consistently. After the gym, I usually feel the endorphins give me the energy and the positivity to carry me through the rest of the day. Sometimes I meet friends or aim for lunch, or I'll run errands before going home. Usually at this time of the day, I shift into my creative work. And this is a side of me that I only discovered after making that big change. Whether it's painting or brainstorming for this channel, that's when I feel most in tune with myself. Creating gives me a sense of purpose that I didn't expect. And I used to think that productivity and fulfillment was measured by external results like money, deadlines, and achievements. But creating something for its own sake has become its own reward. On good days, I get into that flow state where time disappears and I'm fully connected to what I'm creating. But of course, there are days when things just don't go as planned. Days when I lose hours to procrastination, wondering why I'm not doing more. And that's one of the hardest parts of having time. You have to hold yourself accountable. And it's easy to get trapped in a loop of guilt and anxiety. So things are not always glamorous. It's messy and it's full of doubt. But we just keep going and keep to routine and plans. Usually around 6 in the evening, I'm in the kitchen, preparing dinner. It's a quiet, grounding time for me. In comes home by 8 and we share our day stories over dinner. These small moments remind me that life isn't just about chasing after big dramatic changes all the time. It's about finding peace in the rhythm of the everyday. At this time of the day, in the quiets of the evening, I reflect on the day. And you know what? Not every day is productive. There are still days when I feel like I've done nothing. But I've learned to be okay with that. Well, I'm still working on that. Routine has given me a way to find stability even when things feel uncertain. So, how would you spend your day if you had all the time in the world? For me, it's about finding meaning in the little things, day by day. I'm still figuring things out, but I'm grateful for this journey. I've learned that routines doesn't have to be perfect. Some days I stick to them, other days I let myself be more fluid. Life changes, and so do routines. Your routine should ground you and not stress you out. Now, I'm excited for what's next. Continuing this journey and seeing where it takes me, whether that's growing this channel or hosting my own solo art show someday, who knows?